Hi, I'm Shane. In order to meet the needs of delivering online education, one of the tools that is available to you is Zoom. This is going to be a brief tutorial on how to set up and schedule a class for Zoom. We're going to start off with a computer that does not have Zoom installed so that you can see it right from the very beginning. The first time you download Zoom, you're going to want to go to und.zoom.us. And that's going to bring up UND's sign-in site to access the software. When you click sign in, you'll have to enter your credentials in the screen provided, and it's just your UND credentials. Once you log in, you're going to see kind of an introductory profile page. You're going to want to go up to the Resources tab in the top right corner and download the Zoom client. When you click that, it'll bring you to another page that allows you to download, and you're just looking for Zoom client for meetings, so you can download that. Once the file's downloaded, open it up. It'll install. Okay, now that you've got Zoom installed on your computer, we're going to schedule a meeting. We're going to schedule our first class period. And to do that, on the Zoom homepage in the app, on the bottom left corner, you're going to see a schedule button. And when you click that, it's going to give you all the options you need to set up your meeting. First of all, on the very top, you want to set your topic. I would set something related to your class. So in this case, we're going to say Aviation 327 gas turbine engines. You can select the start time, date, and time. So let's say this is going to take place on the 17th, and it's going to be at 3 p.m. And you can set how long the class period is, 1, 2 hours, whatever you'd like. If you'd like to make a recurring meeting, so something that happens on a regular basis, you can set that up, and it'll pop up every week at the same time. As far as the meeting ID is concerned, you can just leave the Generate Automatically selection selected. As far as the password is concerned, you can require a meeting password. This will limit the students that have access to your class, and it's probably a good idea if you want to prevent students that shouldn't be viewing the material. And to do that, you would just hit the checkbox, and then it'll come up with a window that allows you to set the password. In this case, I'm going to turn that off. The video features right here, the next option, the host video and the participant video. This is basically the default, and you will want your host video to turn on. What will happen when you open up the meeting for the first time, it will pop up with your video. Camcorder will automatically pop up, and it'll show your video. On the participant side, I would definitely turn that off, especially initially. They'll be able to turn it on later if they need to, but initially I would have it turned off so that it saves bandwidth. In terms of audio, select telephone and computer audio. This allows people to access via either the telephone or using computer audio. And then calendar, depending on what calendar app you can use Outlook, you can use Google, or any other calendar. And whatever you select in this case, it's going to come up with a message window with the contact and connection information. And we won't use that for this purpose. I think it's easier just to post a link on Blackboard, and so that's what we're going to do. So I'll just select other calendars. Under the advanced options, you want to see, make sure that there's a few selections set here. First of all, I would enable the waiting room and enable join before host. This allows students to come into this meeting prior to you starting it or activating it, and it allows them just to wait. They won't see anything, they won't be able to really do anything. They'll be able to talk amongst themselves, but it doesn't allow, they won't see your screen or your video or anything like that. But then when you do connect, then everybody will be there. And then I would also definitely select mute participants on entry. This will basically minimize the amount of noise that you get as people join, and they can again unmute that at any time. Once that's done, we can hit schedule. It'll create a schedule. Now in this case, there's a window that pops up with some information on the meeting. And in this case, I'm just going to grab the link, the URL for this Zoom meeting. This is what you're going to post on Blackboard, and this is what you're going to make available to students. And if they click on this, this will direct them right to the meeting without having to do anything special. You can also copy it to your clipboard. So in this case, I'm just going to copy the Zoom meeting URL. Now we're going to go to Blackboard, and on Blackboard, we'll post the link to the site. So we'll go to blackboard.und.edu. I'm already signed in here, so it logged me in. But again, your login for Blackboard would be just your NDUS credentials, your first name, last name, and then your password that you use for your email or any other NDUS logins. Once you come to the Blackboard home screen, you're going to see a few things, maybe familiar things to you. What we're going to look for, I'm just going to shortcut this and go right to the courses. And we're going to post this link on one of my courses that I already have set up, and we'll make it so that students can access it. So we're going to select the Aviation 327 Gas Turbine Engines course. Now there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. The quickest and easiest way would be if you just create an announcement. And if you create an announcement, that's going to send an email to everybody that's enrolled in the class of the announcement. It's going to explain it to them, and in the email it's going to have what the announcement is, which will include the URL for the Blackboard, for the Zoom session, which is probably the most efficient and effective way to get that information out. So I'm just going to put in a announcement, Tuesday's class, and I'm going to go down here and paste the URL. And I can just type in a short message that says, in order to access Tuesday's class, click the link provided below. And again, because this is a live site, I don't want to submit it. I don't want it to go out to my current 327 students. But in this case, you just submit. And when you do submit, that will pop up as an announcement. It'll get sent to students again, so they have access to it, and then it'll show up at the top of the Blackboard site. Once they see that, they can click on that link, and it'll direct them right to the Zoom session. I'm going to just paste the link into the browser here just so you can see what it looks like. When they click on that link, it's going to pop up with this. If they have Zoom, it'll allow them to open Zoom. If they do not have Zoom, it'll give them an opportunity to download Zoom and sign in. I'm just going to open Zoom here. And once we do that, then we're logged in and we're ready to go.